Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for being here with us on Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate you. I hope that you are having a lovely start to your day. It's a good one out here in Oakland. Dry for the most part, and then we're expecting a little bit of a drizzle here and there, but definitely picking up into rain as we go into tomorrow. So enjoy the day today. Enjoy the sunshine that we'll be having, and of course we go back to the rain. And wherever you are, please keep an eye on the weather and see what's coming, see what's happening, and see what you can do. And if you need to go outside today and you're able to go outside, I hope that you get to do that and enjoy. Thank you so much for being here with us on Story Time. I hope you brought your muscles today. I hope you brought your shovels and everything else, because we are out there today digging for words. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. This is the story of Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the library he built. It is written by a good friend of ours here at Story Time, Angela Burke Kunkel, and it is illustrated by PAOLA ESCOBAR. And a big thank you indeed to Wade and Shorts for allowing us to read this one here on Storytime. A beautiful book indeed, and a big thank you indeed to Random House for allowing us to read this one here on Storytime. And if you do want to a permanent reading of this one here on the Storytime platforms, please go back to when Angela Kunkel visited and at storytimewithmrlimata.com, and you find that conversation and the reading of this wonderful book. For now, this one will be a live only read. Thank you so much for being here with us. Of course, we'll be back at 11. It'll be transmitted at 11 again, but won't be up for too long. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely love it that we're here together. I hope that you're having a wonderful start to your day. I am glad that we're here together. Lots to look forward to this week. Coming up, of course, on Thursday, we do have our guest with us here on Storytime. Michelle Jin Chang will be here with us on Storytime, and come on out and enjoy a wonderful story that we'll be reading together. Lunar New Year, a celebration of family and fun. And of course, we have amazing books that we're looking forward to this week. We do have Digging for Words today. We've gone through Forever or a Day, The Beauty from Sarah Jacoby. And then, of course, we do have The Stuff of Stars tomorrow. And then on Thursday, of course, Michelle Jing Chan is here with us for Lunar New Year, a celebration of family and fun. And then, of course, on Friday, we round up everything with Heartstring, The Beauty indeed from Brooke Boynton Hughes. So join us for that one. Lots to look forward to. And then on March 26th, it is the launch day and of Wombat and the Family Tree. And of course, Marietta Apollonia will be here with us on Storytime Live. So don't miss that one. Come on out and join us. And if you remember, Marietta has already been here to Storytime and has brought us us Jack the Library Cat. Yes, a beloved book here, and we're adding to that collection. 26th of March, keep an eye out. Wombat and the Family Tree, and of course available for pre-order now, or put in that request with your librarian right now. And of course too, we know it is Black History Month. Join us in celebrating. Look out for what's happening in your community, and if there's nothing happening, maybe we can do something. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate the time that we get to spend together. Amazing books to look forward to, an amazing title that we have here today, coming back to Storytime in a long time actually, so I'm glad that we're bringing back this one here to Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here with us on Storytime. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Megan, good to see you. Thank you indeed. Hopping on for a second to say good morning from a sunny Kentucky. Ari and I have matching hat shirts today. Oh my goodness. You know, that sounds amazing. That sounds cute. And yeah, I hope we can see that at some point. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good to see you here, Megan. I hope that you have a lovely day out there in sunny Kentucky. And of course, Ari, we hope to catch you later on for evening ingredients here on Storytime. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Absolutely appreciate you wherever you're joining us from, whoever is joining in with you. I hope that you are having fun. I hope that yeah, indeed, you have a wonderful day after this. And of course, I hope that you enjoy the story that we have here to read together. Digging for Words, Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the Library He Built. And this one is written by Burke Kunkel and illustrations by PAOLA ESCOBAR. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I will catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back with more story time. Thank you for being here, and see you in a little bit.
Hey everyone, it's Tiffany Golden, author of I Want to Be Big and Wash Day, and you are watching Storytime with Mr. Limata.
How you doing? This is Jonathan Marshall. I'm author of the books I'll Be Right There, Does It Rain Food, and also on the way, Me and My Kazoo at the Zoo. And you're here with Storytime with Mr. Limata.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Jonathan Marshall, author of many wonderful books, and I hope that you get a chance to visit our conversation here on Storytime, on the Storytime platforms. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful books. Me and My Kazoo at the Zoo, one to check out for sure. Does It Rain Food? Another one that you should check out. Hilarious books, fun books, and of course, full of information as well and education. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And of course, Tiffany Golden, and her brand new one is out right here, Wash Day. So do check that one out. Beautiful book. And of course, I Want to Be Big as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Today, we do have a special one, Digging for Words, Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the Library He Built, written by Burke Kunkel, illustrations by PAOLA ESCOBAR. And before we go further too, I would love to show you the Andes of this one. And yeah, here we go. Beautiful book indeed. Yeah, it's one of my favorites, this one for sure. And yeah, a big thank you to SCHWARTZ and Wade for allowing us to read this one here on Storytime. And yeah, an extension, because SCHWARTZ and Wade is an imprint of Penguin Random House. And yeah, one thing that many publishers did too during, in the peak of the pandemic, and I know that it keeps fluctuating, but peak pandemic, like we were allowed to read so many wonderful books here on Storytime with permissions extended out. So that has been good. And of course, those have come to an end for many, but still a lot more flexible than it was before, right? So here we go with our book for today, Digging for Words, Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the Library He Built, written by Burke Kunkel, illustrations by PAOLA ESCOBAR, read with permission of the publishers SCHWARTZ and Wade, an imprint of Penguin Random House. And thank you indeed for joining in. Are you ready for this one? All right, here we go. Pamela Courtney, good morning to you. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Chad, Auntie Ann, thank you for being here as well from a really cold Natchitoches, Louisiana. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Please do bundle up. I hope that this book keeps us warm today. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Digging for Words. Jose Alberto Gutierrez and The Library He Built. Written by Angela Burke Kunkel, illustrations by PAOLA ESCOBAR, read with permission of the publishers SCHWARTZ and Wade's Books, an imprint of Penguin Random House. In the city of Bogota, in the barrio of La Nueva Gloria, there live two Jose's. Yeah, in the city of Bogota, in the barrio of La Nueva Gloria, there live two Jose's. What's their story? What's their story? Little Jose stares in his bed. The early morning light wakes him. He was dreaming of paradise. It's Friday, he realizes with a sigh. Almost Saturday, though. Until Saturday, he can ride his bike to school. He can sit and listen to Maestra as best he can. He can play football with his friends. The day stretches out before him like the streets, like the hills. Tomorrow, a wish he knows will come true. I wish it were Friday. I wish it was almost Saturday. Little Jose stays in his bed. The early morning light wakes him. He was dreaming of paradise. It is Friday, he realizes with a sigh. Almost Saturday, though. Until Saturday, he can ride his bike to school. He can sit and listen to Maestra as best he can. He can play football with his friends. The day stretches out before him, like the streets, like the hills. Tomorrow, a wish he knows will come true. Tomorrow, a wish he knows will come true. In the same neighborhood, a few streets away, another Jose understands long days too. He left school as a boy, his mama unable to afford it, and went to work as a bricklayer, digging earth with his hands, placing brick after brick until nothing became something. A wall, a building, a school, a home. Still he read with his mama every night. Un cuento at the end of the long day felt like paradise. Oh, yeah. Now, in the early evening light, as the first Jose rides his bicycle home, his mama calling him for dinner, the second Jose gets ready for work. He prepares his garbage truck for its route through the wealthier neighborhoods of Bogota. Now, in the early evening light, the first Jose rides his bicycle home, his mama calling him for dinner. The second Jose gets ready for work. He prepares his garbage truck for his route through the wealthier neighborhoods of Bogota. The engine rumbles to life. The headlights cut through the dark. Jose is a garbage man, and he collects la basura, the trash, from the streets of the city. He works all night until the sun comes up. Jose scans the sidewalks as he drives, squinting in the dim light. He searches the household trash for hidden treasure. Books! Some are stacked in neat piles as if waiting for Jose. Others take a bit more digging. Jose doesn't mind. Yes. As Jose drives, he scans the sidewalks. Squinting in the dim light, he searches the household trash for hidden treasure. Books! Some are stacked in neat piles as if waiting for Jose. Others take a bit more digging. Jose doesn't mind. He digs now because of El Prima Library. That first book, found long ago, when Jose first began work as a garbage collector, he spotted a thick novel in the trash. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. He dug it out and read it again and again, always opening to a faraway time and place full of steam trains, ballrooms lit by candlelight, sleighs gliding through snow. He found other books and read those too. Each was different, each its own world to discover. That is the beauty of books, isn't it? Each was different, each its own world to discover. Finally, Senor Jose is finished with his route. The garbage truck winds its way through the wide streets, back to the more crowded part of the city, back to the garage. In the cab, next to him, because it is precious cargo, rides a stack of almost 50 books, thin, thick, worn almost new. It is a stack making a journey to join other stacks. An encyclopedia of animals A to Z, a book of fairy tales, a long novel, well loved. They all ride home next to Jose, their pages vibrating along with the rumble of the engine. Jose walks home from the garage. He pauses on the step to unlock the door, balancing books in the crook of his arm. Ah, books. A few pages to read, a few hours to dream, and then it is a new day. Tonight, he revisits Mancondo, a magical place, a magical village deep in the jungles of Colombia, and he is lost in a place where time moves by its own rules. At last, it is Saturday. Saturday! Little Jose's legs carry him as fast as they can as he runs through the neighborhood. Other children join him. It's like a race, but they all will win. It's Saturday. Finally. Little Jose's legs carry him as fast as they can as he runs through the neighborhood. Other children join him. It's like a race, but they will all win. His feet touch the step of paradise at last. Senor is waiting to greet them, smiling as he does every Saturday. Jose enters paradise to find stacks and stacks of books, stacked like the homes of their neighborhood. Libros rescued by Senor Jose. Everywhere, every corner is stuffed with them. Picture books for niños, classic stories thick with elegant covers, big textbooks heavy with their complicated subjects. Can I visit too? Yeah. It's Saturday at long last. Jose enters paradise to find stacks and stacks of books, stacked like the homes of their neighborhood. Libros rescued by Senor Jose. Everywhere, every corner is stuffed with them. Picture books for niños, classic stories, thick with elegant covers, big textbooks, heavy with their complicated subjects. Mwah. Can I visit too? Jose stays a long time, traveling among the high stacks, afraid to disturb them, hesitant to dig. Senor comes to find him. He holds up a book and smiles. Oh, tesoro, it says. Senor sits. Jose sits. The barrio quiets. The book opens. Good morning to you, April. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Alicia, Jemison, Lindley, and of course, Ben, joining us out there in Orange County. Thank you for being here. Jose stays a long time, traveling among the high stacks, afraid to disturb them, hesitant to dig. Senor comes to find him. He holds up a book and smiles. Senor sits. Jose sits. The barrio quiets. The book opens. It opens to a place beyond the barrio, a place Jose cannot ride his bicicleta to. With each turn of the page, both Jose's see something new, something different from the same streets and the same hills. Yes. The book opens. It opens to a place beyond the barrio, a place Jose cannot ride his bicicleta to. With each turn of the page, both Jose's see something new, something different from the same streets and the same hills. Digging leads to more digging. At last, little Jose makes his own selection with a nod and a shy smile and a gracias to Senor, and he's off, his feet flying back home, his hands flying through chores, through dinner, through washing his face and behind his ears so he can climb into bed and inspect his new libro and devour the cuento inside, even warmer and more satisfying than his dinner. Enjoy the story. Digging leads to more digging. At last, little Jose makes his own selection with a nod and a shy smile and a gracias to Senor. And he's off, his feet flying back home, his hands flying through chores, through dinner, through washing his face and behind his ears so he can climb into bed and inspect his new libro and devour the cuento inside, even warmer and more satisfying than his dinner. In the early morning light, little Jose stares in his bed. The book is tucked under his pillow. He devoured it again in his sueños, dreaming of a lonely planet, a flower, a boy, a fox, the journeys they make. It's Sunday, he realizes with a sigh. He has to wait again a whole week, waiting in bed for the sun to rise, waiting for his friends to come and play, waiting once again for Saturday, waiting for Senor to open his doors where the libros sit, waiting on their shelves, waiting for Jose to find them. Yeah, Saturday is a long way off. And that is the end of our story. And when we come back, we're going to look at the author's note really quickly. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side of this very short message. Thank you for joining us here on Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that journey that you just went on with that amazing book. See you in a little bit.
Hi, friends. My name is Christy, and I am the author of A Heart in the Sand, also known as Un Corazón en la Arena. Now, this bilingual book is about tesoros, or treasures. And something that I treasure is my friendship with Mr. Limata. So I have a challenge for you. Share this story time with someone who you treasure, and we can all spread the literary love.
Ah, yes, indeed. So true. Christy Deprin, thank you so much. And so true. So much literally love to spread and share, right? Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful book coming to us from Angela Burke Kunkel, PAOLA ESCOBAR, and of course, SCHWARTZ and Wade, an imprint of Penguin Random House. And this one is called Digging for Words. Jose Alberto Gutierrez and the library he built. Let's read a little bit more about that library that he built. Here is the author's note. For us this morning. Over 10 million people live in the city of Bogota, Colombia. There are only 19 libraries. There was no library in La Nueva Gloria barrio until the year 2000, when Jose Alberto Gutierrez took matters into his own hands. It's crazy to think the year 2000 seems so long ago, and yet seems so close too. But I know some of you friends were not born before 2000 or close to that. Over 10 million people live in the city of Bogota, Colombia. There are only 19 libraries. There was no library in La Nueva Gloria barrio until 2000, when Jose Alberto Gutierrez took matters in his own hands. A lifelong Bogota resident, Gutierrez is a former garbage collector who is known as the Lord of the Books. Early in his career, Gutierrez found a discarded copy of Anna Karenina on his route. He describes the discovery as the little book that set the flame and his snowball that never stopped rolling. Today, in addition to running his library, Gutierrez directs the foundation he established, La Fuerza de las Palabras, the strength of words, which provides reading materials to schools, organizations, and libraries across Colombia. His efforts have earned worldwide recognition, including features in the Colombian newspaper El Tiempo and U.S. News and World Report, on BBC News, and more. Gutierrez has also addressed global audiences, twice at the Guadalajara International Book Fair and at the Austrian Literacy Association's annual conference. Gutierrez himself went back to school in his 50s. It took him 3 years to earn his high school diploma, but in building his library, he empowered himself as well as others. Lots of people mocked me, he says. They would laugh when they found out about my project. But now, 20 years later, they are amazed. My dream is to exchange my garbage truck for a truck full of books and travel the country. I'm sure I will pull it off very soon. Love it. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. That is the story of Jose Alberto Gutierrez, and you can research some more, of course, and read more about him and this library that he built out there in Colombia. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And so must say too that this book was published in this is 2020. So just that information that we're talking about, how many libraries I were in Bogota at the time, and just those numbers may have changed slightly, but I think the thrust of the information still stays true. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've been inspired. Yes, the power of books, right? The beauty of books. We can travel to so many places, learn names that we never thought we could or that we didn't know about, and that is the beauty of them. Taking to places, and I hope that you enjoy those discoveries and you enjoy that travel wherever your books take you today. I hope you're not only traveling to Colombia with me today. I hope that you go to as many other places as you can. Thank you so much for being here with us. A beautiful book, a powerful message, and thank you, the amazing creator, Burke Kunkel. I hope that you're okay out there in Vermont, sending you lots and lots of love. And PAOLA Escobar out there in New York, thank you for sharing these wonderful illustrations. Beautiful book indeed. And of course, SCHWARTZ and Wade, an imprint of Penguin Random House. A big thank you to you for allowing us to share this wonderful book here on Storytime. But we're not done. We're back again tomorrow with another exciting story. There's stuff of stars, and this one is written by Marion Dane Bauer and illustrations by Akua Holmes. And you know, when these two combine, we're in for a treat. So don't miss out on this one. Come and join us tomorrow, coming back to Storytime, and trust me, it will not be the last time. Thank you indeed for being here. Absolutely appreciate you. Please remember too that February is Black History Month, and we continue to celebrate. And of course, here on Storytime, our aim is to celebrate today and every day, celebrate Black history, Black joy, Black excellence, Black belonging, and of course, Black being. Thank you so much for being here with us. And please, do check your local library, do check your local communities, and see what else is happening there around you. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. On Thursday, we do have a special guest coming back to Storytime, this time bringing around her book for Lunar New Year, a celebration of family and fun. Michelle Jing Chan will be here with us on Storytime Live, reading to us and of course in conversation with all of us. So if you have any questions for her, please bring them along and she will be answering those questions. On the 26th of March, another good friend here at Storytime, one that is so much loved, comes back here to Storytime, Marietta Apollonia, this time bringing along her brand new book, Wombat and the Family Tree. Thank you so much for joining in and look forward to that one, March 26th. Mark your calendars, come and join us and enjoy this beautiful story. And of course, for now, if you've not got it's only on pre-order right now, so Wombat and the Family Tree will be out on the 26th, but you can find Marietta's other work, Jack the Library Cat, from your local library. Of course, find it wherever you find books. Thank you so much for joining in, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. And this week is packed, stacked with amazing books. Of course, we've gone through 2 already, Forever or a Day, Digging for Words, and of course, tomorrow we jump into the stuff of stars. Yes, and then on Thursday we're back with Lunar New Year, a celebration of family and fun. And then of course on Friday we're all connected, right? Heartstring comes back to Storytime. Thank you so much for being here, and let us see one more time who was with us enjoying that wonderful story. Thank you for being here, and I'm glad that you were able to hop on for a little bit and say hi to us out there in sunny Kentucky. Megan, thank you for joining us, and of course Ari, sending you lots of hugs, lots of love, and I hope that you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Natchitoches, Louisiana in the house. Thank you for joining us. Auntie Ann, Auntie Pam, and of course the amazing Chad. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. I hope that you've had a lovely weekend. I hope that you've had a lovely start to your week, and I hope that the rest of this week is even better. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Cold out there in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Out here in Oakland, it is going to be cold, and we're expecting rain in the next day. A bit of a sprinkle, maybe sprinkles today too, actually, but more rain coming in the evening and into Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. As you go out, please check that weather in your area and see what else needs to be done. Out in Orange County, thank you so much for joining us. April Booker Osborne, thank you for being here. Of course, Lauren, sending you love. And of course, Alicia, Jemison, and Lindley. And of course, Finn. Good morning to you all. I hope that you have a lovely, lovely Tuesday. This has been story time for today. This has been story time on this lovely Tuesday morning, and all the way out here in Oakland, sending you love wherever you are in the world. Big hugs to you. Thank you for making story time a part of your day. Thank you for making story time a part of your community, and we absolutely appreciate you, and we appreciate all the positivity, all the energy that you bring here to story time. Much love from me, and I will see you again tomorrow when we're back with this amazing book, The Stuff of Stars. Marion Dane Bauer, Koa Holmes, and we will be reading this one with permission of the publishers, Candlewick Press. Thank you so much for joining in. May the books lead you to many travels, whether you're traveling to Zambia, whether you're traveling to Europe, whether you're traveling elsewhere, wherever you end up. I hope that you have fun and come and tell us those stories next time. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some with people who look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.